Good morning students, this is Sai Kiran sir from Altitude IIT classes. Today I will teach you the first lesson from chemistry from 10th class CBSE board, that is chemical reactions and equations. Okay, the first chapter from chemistry, chemical reactions and equations. Let's get started without wasting the time. You must have studied physical process in the 9th standard. So what is the physical process? The any change in which the composition of the initial reactant, initial substance is not change, only the physical state will change. For example, if you heat the water, water is converted into vapors. So but vapor composition is H2O and liquid water also H2O. If you cool the water, it become to what? Solid, ice, and ice formula also H2O, and water liquid formula is also H2O. It means the change in which the chemical composition is not change, only the physical state will change. That is known as a physical change, a physical process. Now in this class we will discuss what is chemical reaction. So what is a chemical reaction? See in the chemical reactions, the chemical composition of the reactant will be changed. Reactant means what are the compound which are reacting in the process. The chemical composition of the reactant will change in this reaction. So let's see what is the definition here. See, the process in which one or more substances changed into one or more new substances, totally new substance you will get, that is called what? Chemical reaction. For example, let's see, take the hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. So see, plus means what? This is a hydrogen gas combined with oxygen gas, both are gases, and you will get what? Water. So water is what? Liquid. Here physical state also change, and you know that now what is the formula of water? H2O. Here see, the composition of water is what? H2O, but hydrogen gas means what? That is what? H2 gas. Oxygen gas means what? O2. See, their chemical composition, hydrogen and oxygen changed into H2O. So this process is known as chemical reaction. So two substances are reacting with each other and they produce new products, new compound, totally new. That properties of the compound is not similar to the reactant. This is called what? Chemical reaction. For example, see, if you burn the methane gas, this is a gas, in presence of air means what? Oxygen. So you will get carbon dioxide and water and some amount of heat is released. See, in our house also LPG gas, when you burn, you will get heat and the carbon dioxide and water molecule. And this chemical process cannot be reversed by any physical method. So physical process can be reversed. See, if you melt the ice, you will get the liquid. Liquid cool, it will get the ice. You will get the ice. Okay. But here what? The chemical reaction cannot be reversed by any physical method. So physical process you already studied in 9th standard, that is a filtration and what? Centrifugation, distillation, evaporation. For example, see, if you dissolve the salt in the water, so salt dissolved, and if you evaporate the water, again you will get the salt. That is what? Physical change. But here what? The carbon dioxide cannot converted into methane gas by any physical process, filtration, centrifugation, distillation, evaporation. Now guys, understood what is a chemical reaction? The process in which one or more substances changed into one or more new substances is called chemical reaction. In the chemical reaction, the original identity of the substances is changed. Okay, in the chemical reaction, the important words reactant and product. See, the substances, the compounds which are reacting here in this process, see, hydrogen gas and oxygen gas reacting, these are called what? Reactants. These are called what? Reactants. And the new substance are formed here. See, this water, these are called what? Products. So always the products are right. The right side of the arrow, this is what? Chemical reaction represented by an arrow. Right side of the arrow, products we will write. Left side of the arrow, we will write reactants. So here see, methane gas and oxygen. See, both are what? Reactants. They are reacting with each other. These are called what? Reactants. and they produce carbon dioxide, water and some amount of heat. These are called what? Products. Always we will write products right side of the arrow and reactant left side of the arrow. So what are the reactant? The compound which are taking part in the chemical reaction. What are the product? The compound, the newly formed substance in the chemical reaction are known as the products. Clear, guys? Now let's see some examples in our daily life for the chemical reaction. See here, chemical reactions happen in our daily life. The first example, see here, it is very simple. That is what? See, when a milk is left at room temperature during the summer. So what? Milk is what? Decomposed and it is converted into milk. That is one chemical reaction. Initially the milk has a one taste and curd have the different sour taste due to the formation of lactic acid. Clear? So that is one chemical reaction. Now see the iron tawa pan. Tawa means what? Pan. Otherwise any nail, any iron rod also is left exposed to humid atmosphere. So in the presence of air outside. So what? It get rust. So rusting of iron also it is a chemical process. For example, grapes get fermented. See, the ripened grapes has a sweet taste, but after 2-3 days it will decompose and you will get alcoholic smell. That is what? Fermented. So that glucose in that grapes what? Sucrose is present. In the presence of what? Bacteria, it will decompose to glucose. Again that glucose is converted into ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide. That's why you will get the alcoholic smell. And food is cooked. See, initially the rice is the what? Polysaccharide. But when you boil, no, polysaccharide hydrolyzed and it converted into what? Glucose. That is what? Starch into glucose. That is also one chemical reaction. And in our body, when you eat the food, it will digest. It is also one chemical reaction. In the presence of so many enzymes, it will digest and we will get the energy. That is also one chemical change. And see, in the respiration also chemical reaction taking place when you respire. So that oxygen combined with hemoglobin and hemoglobin carry the oxygen into the cells. Clear? These are the some in daily life chemical reactions. See, in all what happened in all the chemical reactions, it means all the above situation, what is happening? The nature and identity of the initial substances have somewhat changed. Clear? This is a chemical reaction. Now what is a chemical reaction? The process in which one or more substance change into one or more new substance. And in this process the original compounds lost their identity. Clear now? So we will discuss some NCERT activities, okay, and which changes are taking place in the chemical reactions also we will discuss. See, in our NCERT textbook, that is activity 1.1. In there what they given here? See, the magnesium ribbon when burned with the flame, so we will get a dazzling white flame and what? Change into the white powder. Are you getting my point? So this powder is what? Magnesium oxide. So here what? Physical state also change. Here I am writing, see they given what? Magnesium. Okay. So magnesium is reacting what? Is reacting what? Air. So it is converted into air means what here? What? Oxygen. That is air. So you are getting what? Magnesium. That is what? Magnesium oxide we are getting. Magnesium oxide. So these are the reactant, magnesium and air, and magnesium is what? Solid here. See here, this is what in the bracket we will write solid. Okay. Now this is what in the bracket G means what? Air is what? Gas. And magnesium oxide you are getting what in the bracket? Solid. This is what? Solid. So magnesium oxide we are getting. So this is what? One chemical reaction, because the original identity of the magnesium is lost and you are getting magnesium oxide. And your magnesium, white magnesium powder we are getting in this case. So see here, second activity. In the second activity, see in the second activity, what is given here in the second activity? See, the potassium iodide react with lead nitrate. Okay, the aqueous, the here what? Aqueous, AQ means what? Aqueous. It means the compound is dissolved in the water. That is called aqueous solution. So potassium iodide aqueous medium react with lead nitrate aqueous and producing what here? the yellow precipitate of lead iodide. So here what, when potassium iodide reacting, see here in the blast, this is what yellow color, this yellow color is what, lead iodide, this is what, lead iodide. So here also one chemical reaction taking place. See here potassium, see initially who is reacting here, see potassium iodide reacting with what, lead nitrate, and you are getting what, lead iodide is a product. Okay, so you can write here, see the whatever here given you can write, that is what we will write potassium iodide reacting with lead nitrate, and it giving what, that is what, lead iodide is the yellow precipitate, that is what, solid, and potassium iodide is what, aqueous solution, that is liquid. Aqueous solution means that compound is dissolved in water, this is also aqueous solution. So you are getting solid, and potassium nitrate is aqueous medium. So you are getting what, this is yellowish iodide, yellowish precipitate. So this is also one chemical reaction. Okay, here what, color is changed, initially both are colorless and you are getting what, yellow solution. So in the chemicals we can whether this reaction took place or not, how do you find, see here color is changed. So in the during the chemical reactions, color will change in the some reactions. In the some reaction gas is evolved, in some reaction heat is evolved. Okay, now let's see one more. See, that is activity 1.3 here. In the activity 1.3, see here what they given, take a few zinc granules in the conical flask, okay, or in test tube, add the dilute hydrochloric acid, otherwise sulfuric acid. Okay, to this what happens, see here, these are the small granules, these small granules are what, the zinc, these are the what, zinc. So when you add the sulfuric acid in that, immediately some bubbling, some gas is evolved, that is what, H2 gas, and some amount of, when you touch this conical flask, so what, you feel what, hot, because some amount of energy is released. Actually this is what, exothermic reaction. Exothermic means what, the reaction in which the energy is released, that is called exothermic. What is endothermic? The reaction in which the energy is used, that is called endothermic reaction. Now see here, who is reacting? Zinc reacting. Who is reacting? Zinc reacting. Zinc with what? Sulfuric acid, that is what, sulfuric acid. Okay, then you are getting what here, zinc, the product is what, zinc sulfate, sulfate is a product, and H2 gas, hydrogen gas is evolved out. Okay, hydrogen gas is evolved out. So in this activity what, some amount of heat is also released. Clear? So it means what, during the chemical reaction sometimes color will change, sometimes gas is evolved, and taste also change, like that is milk, conversion of milk into curd, taste also change. And physical state, see hydrogen gas and oxygen gas combined, you are getting liquid water. Okay guys, now see, let's see the changes which are take place in the chemical reaction. Chemical reactions involve, see here, chemical reactions involve change in state, like H2 gas, O2 gas gives liquid water. Change in color, that is what, lead nitrate and potassium iodide gives yellowish precipitate, that is lead iodide. Evolution of gas, see here, evolution of gas and change in the temperature. So when zinc is reacted with sulfuric acid, we are getting what, H2 gas and also some amount of energy. These are the what, changes taking place in the chemical reaction. So from this whatever I explained, what did you understand here? What is the chemical reaction and which changes takes place in the chemical reaction? Okay, let's start with what is a chemical equation. Okay, so now you understand. So what is a chemical reaction? So now what is the chemical equation? See here guys, chemical equation. What is the chemical equation here? See, whatever we studied in the activity 1, what magnesium, we wrote there in the wording form, magnesium react with air and it will give salt magnesium oxide, and hydrogen gas and O2 gas react, it will give liquid water, and potassium nitrate will react with, potassium iodide will react with what, lead nitrate, it will give what, lead iodide. These are the chemical reactions. But every time in the writing the wording form, it is very difficult, so that we will use some shortcut method to represent the chemical reactions. That shortcut method is known as the equation. Clear now? So what is the chemical equation? The representation of chemical reaction by symbols of substances. Which substances? Reactant and the product with their physical state is called chemical equation. Understood what is the chemical equation? The representation of chemical reaction by symbols of substances of reactant and the product with their physical state is called what? Chemical equation. For examples, in the activity 1.1, the magnesium ribbon is burned in the presence of air. We are getting what? Magnesium oxide. So see, it is very big equation. So it is little bit difficult every time to write this one. So that we will write in the shortcut method. So magnesium we will write, its magnesium symbol is what? Mg. Magnesium solid means we will write S solid. And oxygen is what? Air, that is what? Gas, we will write G. Both are combined and you are getting what? Magnesium oxide, that is MgO, that is the solid. S means what? Solid. This is what? Chemical equation. So here see, S means what? Solid, L means liquid, G means gas, and AQ means aqueous. Aqueous means what? The substance which dissolved in the water. That is the water act as a solvent. That is the aqueous medium. Now, is it balanced equations here? In the left sides are called what? Reactant, already I said, and these are the product. Here left side what? 1 magnesium, right side 1 magnesium, left side 2 oxygens, here only 1 oxygen. It is not the balanced equation. Are you getting my point? So this is called what? Skeletal, normally represented whatever the reactant and product. This is called what? Skeletal equation. Skeletal equation. Okay. Now let's see one more. So I will represent again, that is what? Activity 1.2, that is what? Lead nitrate reacting with what? Potassium iodide and giving what? Lead iodide and potassium iodide. So this is what? See how big this one in the wording form. So we will write in the what? In the symbolic form. So lead nitrate, that is PbNO3 twice. You know that in the 9th standard you must have studied how to write the chemical formula. And here what? Aqueous solution, this is colorless solution. Potassium iodide also what? Aqueous Ki, aqueous solution. Both are reacting combined. Here product is what? Lead iodide is a solid. And potassium nitrate is what? Aqueous solution. So you are getting what? Solid. This is what? Chemical equation. Is it balanced? See here. Here iodines are 1, but here iodine is 2. It is not balanced equation. This is called also again skeletal. Skeletal equation. Now take the activity 1.3, that is what? Zinc and sulfuric acid. You are getting what? Zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So we will represent in the symbolic form. See, zinc is what? Solid S. H2SO4 aqueous medium, that is what? Aqueous. And what? Zinc sulfate you are getting. Zinc sulfate is what? Aqueous medium. And what? H2 gas. Gas is evolved out. Clear? So in this case what? See, is it the number of atoms in the reactant and product are same? Let's see. Zinc, here 1 zinc, 1 sulfur, 1 sulfur, 4 oxygen, 4 oxygen, 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. So here all atoms present in the reactant and product are balanced. So this is called what? Balanced reaction. Balanced reaction, a balanced equation. Clear guys? This is what? Skeletal equation. But we can balance the skeletal equation by using the particular method. Okay? Understood now what is the chemical equation? The representation of chemical reaction in the symbol by using their physical states. Okay, that is called chemical equation. Now let's start with the how to balance the chemical equation. So that is what balanced chemical equation. Okay, and how to balance the chemical equation. See, in the 9th standard you must have studied, that is law of conservation of mass. So mass neither be created nor be destroyed. The total mass of the reactant is equal to the total mass of the product. That is Newton's first law. Energy neither be created nor be destroyed. Clear, guys? Now see, according to that concept, the mass of the reactant is must be equal to the mass of the product. Then how to check it? See, take the one box here, take the 3 columns. In the one column is element, in the second column reactant, third column is product. Now see, in the first in the reactant, see in the reactant 1 zinc. First we will write the elements present in the reactant and product. Here zinc and hydrogen is there, sulfur and oxygen. Okay. In the reactant, zinc is what? Only one element is there, 1. In the reactant, see hydrogen how many? Yes, 2 hydrogens here. And sulfur what? Only 1 here, 1 sulfur is there, 1. Oxygen here 4 are there, so here also 4. So in the products here, zinc only 1 and sulfur is, sorry, hydrogen how many here? 2, so here also 2. And how many sulfur? Sulfur here 1, so here also 1. And oxygen 4, here also 4. It means what? Here the number of atoms present in the reactant and the products are the same. So this is called what? Balanced chemical equation. Yeah, balanced equation. Clear, guys? Okay, let's see some unbalanced example we will take and we will balance how the reactions, how the equation balanced. See here. Now let us try the balancing of the following reactions here. Okay, now see here, this is one reaction. So rusting of iron, this is what? Fe react with water molecule, that is water liquid. Fe is what? Solid iron. You are getting what? Solid rust, that is ferric oxide and H2 gas. It is a balanced reaction? No, because what? Number of oxygen here 1, here what? 4. This is unbalanced skeletal equation. So how to balance? So before the balance the reaction, first whatever the reactant product given, so you have to enclosed in the bracket. So inside the bracket whatever there, so you cannot change it, that is what? Fixed. So whatever you want to change outside the bracket, you have to change, fixed it in the bracket. Okay. Now so take the one table, so write in the element, reactant and products. So in how many elements are present here? How many types? Ferrous, hydrogen, oxygen. So that is what? Iron, hydrogen, oxygen types are element is there, these 3 types. So in the reactant side, how many iron atoms? Only 1. In the product side, here what? Fe3, 3 are there. See in the hydrogen how many? Here 2 are there in the reactant, H2O. But here hydrogen also 2, okay, no problem. Here oxygen in the reactant side only 1 is there. But in the product side oxygen, see Fe3O4, 4 are there. So now we have to balance. So in the balance in the equation, first you have to start from that compound which contain maximum number of atoms. So see, among the 4 compound, this ferric oxide containing more number of atoms. So we will start from the compound which having the more number of atoms. That is a very important method. Clear? So I will start with the ferric oxide. See ferric oxide, how many Fe there? So in the see ferric oxide having the number of atoms, so more number of atoms, and in that which atom having the more number of atoms? Oxygen. So I will start with the oxygen. So keep in your mind the compound having the more number of atoms, from that we have to start the balancing, and in that compound the element which having the more number of atoms, first that we have to balance it. So here oxygen 4, so we will balance here. In the product now 4 oxygens are there, reactant only 1, it means what? So this 1 is multiple with 4. Here also this oxygen what? Multiple with 4. Now then after what? Balance the Fe. Fe product side 3, reaction side only 1, so multiple with what? 3. So then balanced. Here what? You have to write 3. Now number of hydrogen, see in the reactant side, here this is what? 4 into 2, no? So 4 into 2 what? 8. In the reactant side were totally 8. So how 8? See, initially this is a 2 and we multiplied by 4. So here also we have to write what? 4. So this is what we are getting, total 8. To make equal the number of hydrogen in product side, so this hydrogen also what? Multiple by 4. So here also you have to write 4. So now this reaction is balanced. So we will rewrite the equation by using these coefficients. So coefficients means whatever we multiplied the number. So here what? 3 Fe solid reacting with 4 moles, the 4 molecules of liquid water, and giving rust, that is Fe3O4 solid and 4 molecules of H2 gas. This is what? Balanced equation. Clear how to balance the reaction? Hope so you understood. The next one more example we will discuss. See here in the activity 1 we discussed the magnesium ribbon. When burned in the presence of air we are getting what? Magnesium oxide. But here number of oxygens are balanced? No. Here what? 2 oxygens are there reactant, in the product only 1 oxygen. So we will balance. House here? Draw the one box with the 3 columns. 3 columns, okay? 3 columns. So one more column I will take here. So in the what? First we will write element. So these are the what? Elements. These are the R means reactant, P means product. Element, how many? Only 2 types of elements are there. So one is the what? Magnesium is there in the, and oxygen. In the reactant side magnesium how many is there? Only 1. Product side only 1. Oxygen reactant side 2 are there, but product side 1. So what I said, the compound having the maximum number of atoms, first we have to balance that atom, that one. So here what? Maximum having the oxygen, O2, 2 oxygens. So reactant what? 2 oxygen, in the product only 1. So we multiplied by 2. So you will get 2. So here also we have to write 2. Then magnesium react, product side what? Product side, no 2 is there. So here, see, when magnesium is multiplied by 2 here, see here. Here also we have to write 2. Then what? Product side 2 magnesiums. Then reactant only 1. So here also we have to multiply by 2. So here also 2. So the balanced equation is what? 2 Mg solid burn with O2 gas. And you will get here magnesium, 2 moles of magnesium oxide solid, that is white color powder. Understood guys? So what was the activity 3? So when lead nitrate, I am writing the directly formula. Lead nitrate PbNO3 twice, when reacting with potassium iodide Ki and giving what? Lead iodide plus potassium nitrate we are getting. This is the equation. So lead nitrate is also aqueous solution. It means what? That solution in the water. This is also aqueous solution, AQ. Potassium iodide is a solid yellowish PPT, and this is also aqueous solution. Clear? Now how to balance? So again we have to draw the, so how many elements are there here? See, 1 that is lead, nitrogen and oxygen and potassium and iodide. Okay, so 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5 atoms are there. Okay, let's see here. So we will draw the one box. So take the 3 columns. 3 columns. See, in the first case we will write element. In the second what? reactant, and third is product. So this is what your element E, reactant R, P is the product. So write the elements here. So first I will write the Pb, then nitrogen is there, then oxygen also there, then what, potassium K, then one more here, one more here, iodide also there. So see here, plumbum, that is lead. Here what, in the reactant side only one, product side is also one and 1. Nitrogen, see in the bracket, this is a 2 into nitrogen means what, 2. So nitrogen 2, and here what, nitrogen only 1. So now oxygen here what, 3 into 2, that is what we have to multiply. So 2 times na, so 6. And here what, only 3, O3, 3 are there. Potassium, reactant side only 1 and product side only 1. Iodide, reactant side only 1 and product side 2. So now we have to balance it. What I said, the compound having the maximum number of atoms, first we have to balance that only. So here which one having the maximum number, this what, lead nitrate having the maximum number of atoms. So we will start with this one. So see in the oxygen 6 are there. See in that compound which atom has the maximum number of atoms, oxygen. So I will start with the oxygen. So in the reactant side how many oxygen, 6. In the product side only 3. So we have to multiply by 2. Then see right here 2. Okay, now oxygen get balanced. Now here nitrogen 2 are there, 2 into N, 2 nitrogens. Reactant side only, see here, now reactant side also 2 na, here what, 2 we got, that is 2 into nitrogen. Okay, then here nitrogen get balanced. Next lead here 1, here also 1, that is already balanced. Now take the potassium. Here what, potassium only 1, reactant side, product side what, here 2, so 2 potassium. So here write the 2. So it means what, you have to write 2 here. Then see here, so here also what, into 2, get balanced here. Next iodide. So iodide reactant side initially 1, but here when you multiplied by 2, here also what, 2 na. Then see iodide here also 2, so get balanced. Now the number of atoms the present in the reactant is equal to the number of atoms present in the product. It means the total mass of the reactant is equal to total mass of the product. Now this is the balanced equation. So now rewrite the equation. So no need to rewrite, already is there. See here, lead nitrate 1 molecule, 2 molecules of potassium iodide, and you will get lead iodide and 2 molecules of what, potassium nitrate. This is the what, balancing of the chemical equation. Okay guys, hope so you understood the chemical reaction and chemical equation, and what is the chemical reaction, and how to write chemical equation, and how to balance the chemical equation. In the next class we will discuss the types of the chemical reaction and some IIT foundation questions also I will discuss. Thank you all of you.